the big one here. DeMonte KZ and Terrell Edmunds. There are reports that DeMonte KZ and the Steelers have mutual interest in making a deal work to return. He's about to be 30 years old this season. Terrell Edmunds, on the other hand, is hitting the free agent market for the second time. Last time he waited it out. He was one of the last safeties to sign. Came back on a very, very cheap deal for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's back out there again. How do you see the safety market shaping up for the Steelers?
Yeah, I'm a little worried about Edmunds. Because I feel like they'll need him. I feel like they need him. I feel like they really should bring him back. He's just such a good player. He's just such a good player and a good fit, and I feel like he deserves a contract from the Steelers, but I don't know. I feel like he's going to, like you said, like he's going to wait it out, and I don't think he's going to accept I don't know if you can consider that a hometown discount, but he's going to get his money. I feel like wherever it comes from. I don't think he's going to be particularly married to staying with the Steelers again just to stay with the Steelers. I think he's going to look for his money somewhere.
Yeah, I agree. I think that this is a Juju Smith-Schuster type situation. You signed a team-friendly deal because you didn't have a market year one. You come back, you have a much better season. Although Juju didn't have a much better season, but the wide receiver market opened. You hit it the second time. And I think all it takes is one team to offer this guy a bigger contract than what the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to give him. I don't think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to go over $4 million, maybe $5 million for this guy. I think somebody somewhere could say, hey, we'll give you $7 million. We'll give you $7 million for the season or for 2 years. And you say, oh, okay, cool. And I think he's gone. I don't think Terrell Edmunds is a guy that's here to stay in Pittsburgh because he loves the city of Pittsburgh. I do think he loves the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't think it's anything other than that, but I think he's a businessman and he's looking at it and saying, look, this is a business and I got a better business offer, so I'm going to go take it. And I think he leaves. And I think the Steelers have an easier time with that because I think they keep KZ. And I think they signed KZ before Edmunds so that security blanket is in place because somebody is going to anticipate a team offering him a deal and them having to possibly match it. I do think there's a number. I think it's like right around that $5 million mark where they'll say, oh, okay, well, we'll give you that much money too. But if somebody tosses him just a little bit extra, there's just he's just not going to come back and he's going to go wherever he needs. And hopefully he continues to thrive. But I think that's the most shocking move that comes this offseason is I think Terrell Edmunds is gone and the Steelers are going to rock with KZ and Minka. And then I think they're going to have to go get another safety somewhere.
Where do you think that safety is going to come from? Is it going to be free agent? You think they're going to draft one? Where do you?
Oh, that's a tough one because I think that changes a lot. Especially if it's before the draft. Like if Terrell Edmunds signs before the draft. Last year it was right before the draft, and then KZ signed the last night of the draft. I could see them doing that again, where KZ's the guy, and then they wait it out and see what veteran is still on the market right after the draft that they could sign for literally nothing. I could also see guys sliding in the NFL draft and them saying, well, hell, man, Brian Branch is one heck of a player, loves Minka Fitzpatrick. They got a great relationship together. Why not him? Or Trey Dean out of Florida, or, JK or JL Skinner out of Boise State, big dude, pretty much another Terrell Edmunds. There's some names out there that maybe they're like, maybe we figure this out. Maybe they move Arthur Millette back to safety, have him be that third safety. I don't know how they go about it, but I think that it'll immediately move the bar on their draft. Everybody who put out a mock draft of the Pittsburgh Steelers will have to rethink everything by the end of the week. I think that Terrell Edmunds gets signed by the end of next week. That's how quickly I think he gets a deal. Yeah.
And I think not by the Steelers, right?
No, not by Pittsburgh. I think that's how Juju was. It wasn't the first week. It was the second week. He headed to Kansas City. It was big news. And everybody's like, oh, man, $10 million, whatever. And I think Terrell Edmunds is going to get that same little, oh, gosh. And then everybody's going to be like, oh, my, what do the Steelers do? Will they have KZ? People will immediately forget about the 3 safety rotation. They could care less about it. They're going to immediately become Terrell Edmunds haters and just say, well, DeMonte KZ's our guy, man. It's our guy. And then the Steelers will find another guy and they'll have to move on. But I do think long-term, Terrell Edmunds was your easiest fit to put in there and say, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have to worry about the safety position for the next 5 years. But I think they will now have to. which, I think leaves some more upside. So I don't think it's all bad.
No,
All right, let's go to. Oh, good. You got last thoughts on this?
no, just I agree with you on yeah, Terrell Edmunds might be kind of a safe pick, but yeah, exploring the market and like you said, exploring that upside isn't a bad thing either.